Come up, hands raised, or we come down, guns raised.
This journey isn't over yet.
What do you think?
The Blacklist premieres Thursday, 9/8 Central, followed by The Player on NBC.
All right, that's going to do it for us on this special Celebrity Game edition of Today on this Friday.
Next week, we've got John Stamos.
What?
Whitney Cummings.
Again?
Oh, I can't wait to show her my face.
Yeah.
And Elizabeth Hurley.
Plus, Jennifer Grey, Jeff Daniels.
Wow.
James Spader, Nikki Reed.
Wow, why are they coming on with us? Also, Ann Romney, $1 Million Listings, Josh Altman, Lou Manfredini. He's got a name that rhymes with.
You're going to have to wait. Have a good weekend.
Great weekend, everybody. Bye-bye.
Tonight, Fallon has Olivia Wilde and Fred Savage. New Tonight Show on NBC. The Emmy-winning voice is back and better than ever. New Monday and Tuesday on NBC.
Millions have been inspired by his message.
Once again, Francis showed that he is very much the people's Pope.
As Pope Francis makes his historic first visit to the United States, join Lester Holt for a front row seat all this week on NBC Nightly News with Lester Holt.
Blind Spot is the show that's captivating critics and viewers everywhere.
Why did someone erase her memory and send her to you?
Don't miss fall's #1 new show.
I know why my name is on her back.
New Blind Spot, Monday after The Voice on NBC, and get the app.
Just give him what he wants.
Shots fired!
Chicago Fire returns October 13th.
I'm Phil Mickelson, pro golfer. My psoriatic arthritis caused joint pain.
Just like my moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis.
And I was worried about
Joint damage. My doctor said joint pain from RA can be a sign of existing joint damage that could only get worse. He prescribed Enbrel to help relieve pain and help stop further damage.
Enbrel may lower your ability to fight infections. Serious, sometimes fatal events including infections, tuberculosis, lymphoma, other cancers, nervous system and blood disorders, and allergic reactions have occurred. Tell your doctor if you've been someplace where fungal infections are common, or if you're prone to infections, have cuts or sores, have had hepatitis B, have been treated for heart failure, or if you have persistent fever, bruising, bleeding, or paleness. Don't start Enbrel if you have an infection like the flu.
joint pain and damage.
Can go side by side.
Ask how Enbrel can help relieve joint pain and help stop joint damage.
Enbrel, the #1 rheumatologist-prescribed biologic.
Is it asking too much for a sofa to last long enough to go out of style? Or to expect your kids' bedroom furniture to survive childhood? At City Furniture, we don't think so. Everything we sell is built to build a life around. Find the right look for your life at cityfurniture.com.
Excellence. How do you find it? It's fueled by passion, thrives on persistence, and demands nothing less than total dedication. My name is Mark Anajar.
And I'm Glenn Levine.
Our mission to deliver excellence in legal services is what makes a world of difference.
Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE for a consultation.
Time and temperature from TD Bank.
Live, local from WPTV. This is Today on 5 at 11. Local coverage you can count on.
Good Friday morning. Welcome today on 5 at 11. A lot of news for you this morning. We're following, of course, the latest updates on a few major trials that are going on in the area right now.
Nothing like ending Friday with a ton of breaking news,
So
right,
much
guys?
work, right.
We've also got an expert in the studio this morning for all of the parents out there, grandparents, parents, any of you, because we're talking about concussions. And we were talking with our guests this morning about contact sports, and they looked at us and they said, you know, just about any sport.
Everything.
You can fall taking a walk down the street.
People think baseball, but you know, you take a pounding in baseball too.
Tennis.
Yes.
So they said, you know what, anybody who's got a child involved in any type of sport, you want to tune into this to hear more about concussions, and a symposium going on this weekend you might be interested in.
Right, especially at the height of football season right now. And it's National One Hit Wonder Day. Did you know that?
Oh,
well,
you
we
did,
did.
didn't you?
Yeah, we knew it. We were on top of it. The ladies will be quizzing me on my limited musical knowledge. Please Don't hurt them, Hammer.
Come on, Eileen.
You got it. Dexy's Midnight Runners. We want you to participate as well. Tell me your favorite one-hit wonder or wonders on my Facebook page, and we'll check in from time to time. Which one? Yours? You have a list. But first, let's get to the day's news.
Yeah, we begin with this story just unfolding. We are taking a live look now from Washington, D.C., where Democratic Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi just finished speaking. Of course, a lot of this in reaction to House Speaker John Boehner's announcement. He has said that he will be resigning. Boehner plans to step down from his post at the end of October. Now, the lead Republican has been under pressure, probably no secret here, from conservatives in his party, many wanting him to take a harder line on issues including defunding Planned Parenthood, also the looming threat of another government shutdown. An aide to the speaker says Boehner believes putting members through prolonged leadership turmoil would do irreparable damage to the institution.
Developing at home this morning, they say no good deed goes unpunished, and that appears to be the case in West Palm Beach, where police are searching for the van used by the Lord's Place to help people in need. It's that big van that has Cafe Joshua on both sides of it. It was loaded with food this morning when it was stolen. As the chef was getting ready to leave for a staff retreat, a woman stopped him and told him she was hungry. Well, the chef did what the Lord's Place does. He got the woman breakfast, but she took off in the van. To Port St. Lucie now, where there's no doubt a lot of relief in at least a part of Port St. Lucie after thousands went for hours without phone and internet service. News Channel 5's Jacqueline Powell has new details on what happened and how it's getting fixed.
Finally, most people here in Port St. Lucie are seeing all of the service bars back up on their cell phones, and that's because these crews out here worked all night last night and most of today working on fixing a cut cable line. They had to fix cut cables that were accidentally damaged Wednesday during a Florida Power and Light project. Now, Verizon and Metro PCS customers were also affected. People have been having trouble not only with their cell phones, but also their home phones, AT&T Uverse, and also their internet service. While most people do have their phone and internet service back, there are still a few more repairs that need to be made today. AT&T expects to have everything fixed and to have service restored to all of their customers by the end of today. In Port St. Lucie, Jacqueline Powell, WPTV News Channel 5.
If you are an iPhone fan, you probably have today marked on your calendar. The newest models are out. Our Chris Stewart is here with why it appears, despite the high price, Chris, they're probably not going to be on store shelves long.
Yeah, Holly, as many of us know, when an iPhone comes out, you have to get up pretty early in the morning, or perhaps technically a little late at night, to be one of the first people to get your hands on the new model today. No exception. Take a look at this video outside the Gardens Mall early this morning. Dozens of people lining up before the sun came up to get their hands on the new iPhone 6S and 6S Plus. Now, as to why do they do what you're looking at right now, they say it is about so much more than just the phone.
Half of the fun is the excitement.
12 megapixel camera, the 3D touch, and Apple's the best. That's it.
Important to note as well that the person you just saw there, he says that he showed up at the mall around 11 p.m. last night. The store didn't open until 8 o'clock this morning. Experts expecting about 13 million iPhones to be sold this opening weekend, and that would be better than last year's opening for the now very outdated iPhone 6. Back to you.
All right, hopefully not too outdated. 11:05 on the clock. We want to update you on a few big court cases happening. The Jupiter woman accused of murdering her partner's daughter will be in court this morning. Kimberly Lucas's attorney is expected to ask to be taken off her case. No reason has been given exactly why. It's not clear what kind of impact this may have on the trial. It's set to begin early next year. Lucas is charged with first-degree murder. Police say that she drowned her partner's 2-year-old daughter in May of last year. Happening now, testimony in the Aris Tisdale trial. He is accused of murdering Deputy Sergeant Gary Morales in Fort Pierce. The state has called several law enforcement officers this morning. They revealed Tisdale's background, a convicted felon with a suspended license. Deputies say that he had been arrested before for driving without a license. Sergeant Morales was in the area on a proactive patrol. One witness says that she saw Morales chasing Tisdale down the street that she was living on. Moments later, she says she heard 2 gunshots.
My first instinct was to get down. I obviously didn't know where they were coming from, and then I stood back up and ran inside.
The state says Tisdale shot at Morales 7 times. Tisdale is claiming self-defense. If convicted, he could face the death penalty.
Another case we're following closely. Jury selection is getting underway today in the trial of a Boynton Beach police officer accused of raping a woman. His accuser says Stephen Maiorino put a gun to her head and raped her in a field last October. She says Officer Maiorino was supposed to be giving her a ride home after her friend was arrested for DUI. He's been in jail since last October, but he says the sex was consensual.
The guy ran up on him and Nate popped him.
Are both so lucky to be alive, both surviving an armed robbery. There's the suspect right there. He went up to the woman at a gas station demanding cash. He didn't realize, though, her son was just a few steps away. Remembering he had a tire iron in his trunk, the 17-year-old son didn't hesitate. He grabbed it, hit the robber with it, then body slammed him.
Right now, it's okay to swim in Du Bois Park in Jupiter. The no swimming order has been lifted. Recent sampling shows bacteria levels are good enough for swimming. The health department, as you may recall, closed the park Tuesday because of the bacteria levels in the water. All other beaches from Jupiter to Boca Raton have tested in the good range.
11:07 right now. Scam alert. Delray Beach police are warning an old scheme is making the rounds once again. This woman's hand is missing the one thing that matters the most to her. The 79-year-old who doesn't want to show her face says men showed up at her home telling her that they needed to exterminate her yard for spiders. One man pretends to accidentally spray some pesticide on the woman's hand, then forcing her to remove her rings and wash her hands. The other man was inside, taking her jewelry.
He went through my jewelry box and took whatever little jewelry I had, which isn't much and isn't very valuable, but he took it.
The victim says that the 3 men were involved in this distraction theft. Detectives remind you to be cautious of anyone who comes to your home and tries to talk their way inside or get you to come outside.
Happening right now, Pope Francis just finished addressing the UN in New York, and he's now headed to the 9/11 memorial. The Pope is in the United States for his first ever visit as he heads right now to Lower Manhattan. Tonight, he'll hold Mass at Madison Square Garden.
Republican presidential candidate Dr. Ben Carson is getting an honor from a local elementary school. Boca Raton Elementary is dedicating a reading room in its library today to the West Palm Beach resident. The school has benefited from donations through the Carson Scholars Fund, which promotes literacy throughout the U.S.
Now, Storm Team 5 with South Florida's most accurate weather forecast.
Good morning, everyone. Well, after a day like yesterday where we hardly saw any sunshine across the area, what a big difference we're seeing today with plenty of sunshine, a few clouds here and there. We even had a couple of showers move in along the coast early this morning, but right now, the coast is clear. Is that too cliche? Yeah, nothing going on along the coast and also nothing going on inland. However, I will say that we do have the potential for some inland showers and thunderstorms during the afternoon. A few storms could even be strong. Rain chances along the coast will be fairly limited. We'll talk about that and have a close-up look at the latest on Ida and your weekend forecast in just a few minutes.
Checking things around the communities this morning, the parks and boat ramps on Hutchinson Island may be impacted by the Hutchinson Island Half-Iron Triathlon this weekend. It begins at the south end of the Jensen Beach Public Beach parking lot Sunday from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. So keep that in mind. It's basically early morning to evening. The cycling portion will temporarily close the Jensen Beach Causeway Park and boat ramp from 6 a.m. until noon, and the East Island Park and boat ramp under the Stewart Causeway from 6 a.m. until 3 p.m. Vehicles and trailers that are under the bridge at that time will be towed at the owner's expense. So don't forget about that.
After a left-handed child was allegedly forced to use his right hand in class, his story is now receiving national attention. Zaid Sands' teacher told him his left hand was bad. Even worse, his teacher sent home an article to his mother that associates left-handedness with being unlucky, evil, and sinister. But a well-known left-handed athlete had some words of encouragement for Zaid.
Zaid, what's going on, man? I hope you're doing well in school. I hope your left hand is doing well. I just want to tell you that you have a bright future ahead of you. Don't let anybody tell you different. I'm left-handed, and I don't have any horns on me. So remember that. Left-handers are the best. Good luck, Zaid.
Good luck, Zaid. Hey, my daughter's left-handed, and she's the bomb. That was the Miami Heat's Chris Bosh. Zaid's mother has since moved him to a different classroom. The school district admitted the teacher crossed the line.
Well, you know, Chris Bosh says it. That settles it.
It's it. Well, if John Favoli says it about baby Grace.
I'm just saying it about
Who's
one
8 years
person,
old,
but I
by
think
the way.
all of them are okay.
No,
right?
so my brother was left-handed.
Yeah, there you go.
We're hearing from a basketball player there, but let me ask you guys, when you think sports, football per se, what's the number one injury that comes to mind?
I always think knees because I've been
You
there,
think
done
knees?
that.
A
But
lot of times, maybe concussions.
Concussion.
Yeah, you think.
And because of that, we're seeing parents sideline their own children from the game. We have a doctor. He knows all too well about the first-hand dangers of concussion. So we're going to be talking about that in one of our next segments.
Very interesting information.
Yeah,
You'll
good
like
to
to hear what he says and whether he would let his child play a contact sport. We're celebrating also One Hit Wonder Day. You know, the songs that sailed to #1, which wound up being the only hit for that particular artist. John, I've
so
got
many
some.
of them.
Oh,
So many of them.
Facebook fans are weighing in.
Good. That's nice. Keep
Do you
on
know
going.
what it is?
No,
What about
Sharona. The Knack. You have the knack. Here's one that it was popular. This was a good dance song with a country flair.
Oh, yes.
The one you were doing was One Tin Soldier,
Yep.
wasn't it? Okay,
Yep.
it'll
But
come
that
to me.
was one of our Facebook
This one
fans.
that I'm talking about was done by the guy who's also known as Miley's dad. There he is on your screen.
Don't you break my heart.
That's
my
it, with
achy,
the-
breaky heart.
Don't break my mullet either. Oh, those were the days.
The mullet.
Woohoo!
We'll
Love
be
it.
back.
I think we need to do it on you. It would look good.
What, a mullet?
A mullet.
Thanks. That's love.
It's the I-95 Summer RV Show at Port St. Lucie. Save thousands on a newer used RV. Like this new Fleetwood RV Expedition diesel pusher, discounted over $85,000. The I-95 Summer RV Show going on now at La Mesa RV in Port St. Lucie.
We took America's best-selling car and turned everything up a notch. The Toyota Camry. What bold moves will you make? Get 0% APR for 72 months plus $500 cash back on a new 2015 Toyota Camry. Toyota, let's go places.
Smart technology is helping businesses bring new ideas to life. It's changing the way we connect with customers. It's helping us develop simple solutions to complex problems. And now, what powers that technology is smart too. With FPL's new online business energy dashboard, you can see your energy use by the hour to help you make smart decisions for your business. And with a free business energy evaluation, you can save up to $500 a year. Schedule yours today.
Do you have loose or missing teeth? Do you cover your mouth when you laugh? Appearance Implants of Jupiter can give you the smile you've always wanted. Call now to schedule your free implant consultation. We have helped thousands of people like you feel confident and secure. And with fees this low, you'll have lots to smile about. Why wait any longer to have the smile you've always wanted? Call now to schedule your free implant consultation. Appearance Implants of Jupiter. Quality dentistry at affordable prices.
I'm Herb Baum, president of Furry Friends Adoption and Clinic, a no-kill animal rescue. And these are our furry friends. Gandhi said the greatness of a nation can be judged by the way its animals are treated. And at Furry Friends, we take that to heart. We rescue, rehabilitate, and care for animals. Call or visit us and give a forever home to a deserving pet.
Join us in saving lives and giving all creatures the dignity and respect they deserve.
It's the I-95 Summer RV Show at Port St. Lucie. Save thousands on a newer used RV. Like this new Itasca by Winnebago Navion IQ. Discounted to just $528 per month. The I-95 Summer RV Show going on now at La Mesa RV in Port St. Lucie.
Back now, and kids are in the middle of playing all kinds of sports. We're in the heart of football season, of course, but there's soccer, there's baseball, t-ball, and basketball's almost here too. So many of you are worried about letting your child play sports, especially contact sports, because of this growing problem. Joining me this morning is Dr. Frank Coniti and Fritz Ramius, both with the Seeing Stars Foundation local chapter in Palm Beach Gardens. Thank you both for being with us this morning. First, Dr. Coniti, how serious are these head injuries to children? Are they happening all the time, as frequently as we think they are?
Probably more frequent than you think. We see average. I do a number of schools throughout South Florida, and I average about 5 to 10 concussions a week this time of the year.
And Fritz, is there a safe way to let kids play sports and not get hurt? Is there a way to educate them?
Well, there's no. Kids can play sports, and it is safe. I would let my kid play sport. The thing is not about whether or not that sport is safe. It's really whether or not what the parents are doing.
Is it education? That's why I want to go to for parents and coaches.
Exactly.
You need to educate yourself, basically, to know what the coaches and what the programs that your kids are involved in. Are they taking the right steps to actually make the game safe for the kids?
You have some interesting things that you're studying and working on. Some can even be used on the sidelines to instantly detect whether there's been a head injury to a child. Right. Show us what you have here, if you would, please, Dr. Coniti.
This is the Kingdivik eye movement test. It's really becoming the standard now for the sideline evaluation. What it involves is having an athlete read a set of numbers, as you can see here, and from left to right, and we do a baseline before the start of the season. And then if an athlete has a concussion, then we can actually test to see if they're actually at their baseline. It's much better than the standard neurocognitive testing, the computerized testing that's currently out there, the impact testing, because it's much harder to beat. Athletes have found a way to beat these computerized tests.
You've got a helmet. Are helmets being made to be a little bit safer for kids playing football?
Actually, helmets were never designed to prevent concussion. We just finished a study that's going to be published in the Journal of Neurosurgery this coming fall, which was actually sponsored by the Seeing Stars Foundation, where we looked at every helmet currently on the market and in use. Now, some of the helmets that aren't on the market are still in use. And we found that the best helmet only reduces concussion risk by about 45%.
What are the takeaways that parents, grandparents, anybody involved with children, coaches, should take away from what you're trying to get them to be aware of? Is it knowing better play, better technique on fields, on tennis courts? Is it recognizing a concussion earlier to recognize that they do happen and acknowledging it?
Well, it depends on the sports. There are a lot of things that are being done to make the game safer. For example, if you take football, for example, we know how dangerous the sport can be. There are a lot of things that are being implemented, the way that kids are tackled in football. So as I said, it all comes down to the parents being proactive. If you take soccer, for example, they found out that your brain doesn't really mature until you're like in your mid-teen, like say 15 years old. So for parents, you should be concerned about if your kids are playing soccer when they are 8 years old, whether or not you want to take the risk of going to a program that really don't care about how they approach that.
Excellent point.
So,
very quickly, you have a symposium going on tomorrow from 10 until 2 that will do a lot more education for parents on recognizing concussion, acknowledging it, and having kids talk to you if they've been hit and maybe didn't say anything. Tell us the final details. 10 until tomorrow, 10 until 2 tomorrow. Oxbridge Academy on North Military Trail. Do you have to sign up? Can you just show up?
You can show up. We prefer you sign up on our website.
Perfect.
SeeingStarsFoundation.org. However, we will welcome walk-ups, and I think it'll be a wonderful symposium. We have many experts, including myself, national experts, and a retired NFL player speaking about their experience and what they're undergoing right now.
Thank you for sharing this time and information with us. It's a subject that most parents are so involved and want to know more about. Let's get back to John, who's got some live pictures from New York City.
All right, definitely. The Pope right now is at Ground Zero. As we go to the break, we want to show you this. He is meeting there with various people, including former New York City mayors Giuliani and Bloomberg. We will have much more on his visit shortly coming up. He, tonight, by the way, will be holding Mass at Madison Square Garden. More on the Pontiff's visit to the U.S. when we come back.
Look at all these yummy fruits and vegetables, and every one of these things here you see on the table can be grown right here in South Florida, from regular tomatoes to exotic fruits. It's going to be great. Coming up, I'm James Whelan, and I'm going to show you about an edible garden workshop that's going to be going on tomorrow right here in Palm Beach County.
New tacos are taking Hurricane Grill and Wings by storm. Try our mesquite beef, tropical chicken, or Carolina pulled pork tacos with chips and salsa for just $7.99. This flavor forecast won't last long, so visit one of our 7 Palm Beach area locations today.
Eyeglass World asks, what do you look for when you buy glasses?
I like to mix it up, so I need bold styles, classic styles, and affordable prices. Having lots of choices and saving money is important. That's why I come to Eyeglass World.
Only Eyeglass World gives you 2 pairs for $78, so you can always afford more than 1 pair.
My glasses are part of my personal style. They're me.
Eyeglass World. Glasses that make the difference. Prices that make it possible.
Your morning alarm, your TV, even your lights. They keep your family comfortable and connected. But when the power goes out, you're left in the dark. Power outages aren't just a hassle. They can be costly too. Until now. Meet GE Generator Systems. Unlike larger, more expensive models, a GE backup generator uses patented power management technology. So it automatically powers more of your home for less money. Best of all, a GE Generator System lets you power your entire home, all for a lower cost to purchase, install, and operate. So owning a standby generator is now more affordable than ever. Call today for a free estimate. Plus, for a limited time, get $100 cash back with your purchase. With GE Generator Systems, life goes on, even when the power goes off. So find the smartest generator at the smartest price. Plus, get $100 cash back when you buy now. Call today for your free estimate and keep your power on, no matter what.
The Stewarts are looking to make over their master bedroom. So what do you want to do in here? I just want it to feel like a luxurious retreat. Bold fabrics and fresh design create a bedroom that is simply chic. With the HGTV Home Design Studio at Bassett, we'll create an indulgent oasis that fits the Stewarts' creative personality. What do you think?
I love it. I'm feeling the retreat coming through.
It's absolutely fabulous. It's beautiful. It's a dream come true.
It's perfect.
Are you ready for your big reveal?
Get store-wide savings plus special financing during Bassett's anniversary sale.
The forecast calls for a 100% chance of spicy, sweet, and savory flavors. Try them all with our new beach combo. Get jumbo wings or hurricane boneless wing dippers, plus your choice of sliders, nachos, tacos, and more. Just $10.99 for a limited time at Hurricane Grill and Wings.
Closed captioning on WPTV is sponsored by Bethesda Health.
If you think about it, here in Florida, we have the perfect climate for growing all sorts of plants and trees, many of which bear fruit.
Yeah, and it's not that difficult to add a few more fruits and vegetables to your backyard as well as your diet. News Channel 5's James Whelan is live in suburban West Palm Beach with where you can get some free help this weekend. Hi, James.
Yeah, so everything in South Florida grows like crazy, right? So we want to see, how do you grow your own food? And that's what the Palm Beach County Extension agents say are going to teach us how to do that. And they have a workshop this weekend, just tomorrow. I'm with Dr. Chris Miller here, and he's going to tell us a little bit about, maybe give us a little taste of what's going to go on tomorrow. And Chris, so what's the #1 thing people grow here in South Florida?
Most commonly, it's tomatoes. So we've got round tomatoes and Roma tomatoes, cherries and grapes. Probably the least problematic are the cherry and grape tomatoes. Common diseases include bacterial leaf spot. Sometimes worms are an issue. So tomorrow at the class, we're going to talk about cultural practices that you can do to kind of decrease your chances of disease and pest activity. We're going to talk about proper varieties, tolerant and resistant to local viruses. So I encourage you to come out to tomorrow's program, learn a bit about growing fruits and vegetables, and also some tropical fruits and vegetables that are more common in the summertime when it's tough to grow your traditional fruits and vegetables.
Yeah, and talk about some over here, these exotic ones like the dragon fruit, and what are these furry things here?
Yeah, it's kind of neat. Dragon fruits comes from a cactus-like vine. They've gained in popularity in recent years. What you would do is cut the inside of this in half. You can keep it in the freezer or chilled in the refrigerator, eat it like an ice cream. It's going to be a little gritty, similar to a strawberry, but on the inside they're white, can be purple, can be red, sweet to sour, depending on the variety you have. Papaya, another common tropical fruit.
Yeah, these are all over.
Yeah, those are all over. Carambola or star fruit. We're going to have a better selection tomorrow for folks that come out and who may have never tried this stuff to sample star fruit. And then we've got some root crops too. Just a wide variety selection to choose from here in South Florida.
Awesome. And then the second part of it is what you do with that fruit and vegetables once you get it. And Ada's going to be here to tell you how to cook all of it, right?
Exactly. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show them how to cook. Like example, the malanga. Which is, you're going to find it in the stores. And all you do is just boil it and put some salt and probably a little bit of, prepare it like you would prepare a potato.
Nice.
So then instead of having a potato, you have something different and just as nutritious. And also, this one tastes like a sweet potato. It's a
Very
boniato.
nice.
So,
and you can grow all these in your own backyard.
Exactly.
This workshop is tomorrow from 9 to 12. And they only offer it twice a year. It's usually jam-packed, and they actually have openings for tomorrow. So we'll have more information on it on our website at WPTV.com. Back to you guys.
All right, thanks, James. Really cool. All right, let's show you what's going on this morning. So take a look at the Boynton Inlet camera, and I got a little bit of the chop out there. There's always a current going through that inlet, so that always makes things difficult. Sometimes you just got to rev that engine up. No rainfall. I almost said no rainfall around. We got one little shower possibly popping up down in southern Palm Beach County. We've got winds out of the east, kind of an easterly flow today, and that will push showers and thunderstorms farther inland as we get to the afternoon hours today. So that's what we're watching for as we move into the afternoon, even early evening. Some inland showers and thunderstorms, and then a repeat performance tomorrow and Sunday and Monday with morning rainfall along the coast, afternoon inland showers and thunderstorms and highs in the upper 80s. Could see some drier air mix in toward the middle of next week.
We will be back in just a minute with more coverage as well of the Pope.
Now South Florida, stories everyone's talking about right now.
Making sure you're in the know.
With new information before everyone else.
It's a bold new way to get your news. The Now South Florida, weekdays at 4 on WPTV News Channel 5. The Now South Florida, stories everyone's talking about right now.
Making sure you're in the know.
With new information before everyone else.
It's a bold new way to get your news. The Now South Florida, weekdays at 4 on WPTV News Channel 5.
It's the I-95 RV show in Port St. Lucie. You'll save thousands on a new or used RV. Like this new Itasca by Winnebago Sun Cruiser. Discounted over $55,000. The I-95 RV show is going on now at La Mesa RV in Port St. Lucie.
Yeah, I like it. I love it. I want some more of it. I tried so hard. I can't ride above it. I don't know what it is about that little gal's loving, but I like it. I love it. I want some more of it. Woo! Well, come on now, baby. You know that I like it. I like it. I love it. Woo! Oh, baby. Come on.
Addiction, like a thunderstorm, begins with a single drop, sweeping families away in the surge.
I didn't have my father in my life, my mother, I didn't know where she was.
Here in South Florida, Faith Farm Ministries, a free residential recovery program, provides shelter from the storm.
Faith Farm gave me the hope. Faith Farm gave me the love.
Miracles happen every day here.
To learn the many ways you can support Faith Farm Ministries, including the donation of usable household items, visit faithfarm.org.
Tonight,
I don't remember those moments I should remember.
The fall season of Dateline begins with a new 2-hour mystery.
It was really impossible to believe.
Tonight, don't watch alone.
What happened to you is horrible. Good can't come of it.
Blind Spot is the show everyone's talking about.
I can handle myself.
Blind Spot, Monday after The Voice on NBC. And get the app. Here at Humana, we value sticking with things. When something works, people stick with it. More people stick with Humana Medicare Advantage because we stick with them. Humana Medicare Advantage, the plan people stick with.
It's the I-95 Summer RV Show in Port St. Lucie. Save thousands on a newer used RV. Like this new Road Trek Adventurous, discounted to just $528 per month. The I-95 Summer RV Show going on now at La Mesa RV in Port St. Lucie.
Welcome back to Today on 5 at 11. It's 11:31, and we continue our look in and out this morning of the Pope's visit to the U.S. Pope Francis just finished addressing the UN this morning in New York. He's at the 9/11 memorial right now as we speak. We saw that a few moments ago. The Pope is in the U.S. This is his first visit. Tonight, he'll be holding Mass at Madison Square Garden.
That $100
Roxanne?
coffee maker in the kitchen, or maybe $20 power strip, we have them all. Could they, though, cost you thousands of dollars if they go up in flames?
Today, consumer watchdog Jen Strathman has an inside look at what determines who pays.
Charred coffee makers, scorched power strips, microwaves melted. It's the job of appliance detectives to solve these mysterious fires.
In the middle of the night, it self-ignited.
A microwave up in flames in Nikki Edenfield's kitchen.
I think it's terrifying.
It was the Keurig coffee maker at Butch Sapuli's house.
I went into full panic mode, like, I know there's something wrong.
Catching fire in the middle of the night.
The flame was shooting out, I'd say 6 to 10 inches out of the top, the very top of the unit.
Causing $20,000 in damage.
It charred through the paper, the drywall, and everything, and it spread out.
Butch sent the coffee maker back to the manufacturer, but the company denied his claim.
The way they denied it was kind of disheartening.
Butch says they blamed his electrical outlet, not the coffee maker, for the fire.
The units here, the plugs there, we're still using that outlet. No problem.
Why didn't you call your insurance company first?
It was obviously the coffee maker malfunction of some sort, so why would I involve my insurance company? They should be taking care of it.
But that assumption left Butch without any options because the evidence is gone.
I would love to get the unit back so I could send it to an independent lab.
Nikki got her deductible back after her insurance company went after the manufacturer.
There's not much left after some fires, but there are hidden clues that help appliance detectives figure out if the product is to blame or something else.
X-rays give a snapshot inside the appliance.
You wouldn't have seen it with the naked eye.
You can't see what's really wrong with this unrelated coffee maker fire, but an X-ray reveals the culprit. A change made to the original design.
Somebody had bypassed the safety devices.
Another way appliance detectives can find the source of the fire, comparing the X-ray of a burned product to an undamaged one, like this power strip.
We had a clear failure on the end of the power strip that basically lines up in this view.
The view a black and white photo provides helps preserve the evidence.
So the X-ray is a great way to see what's inside that device without doing anything destructive to it.
Sometimes what caused that destruction isn't what you think.
How often do you find that the product actually failed versus an installation issue?
Well, most of the time there is a failure in the product one way or the other, but typically the cause of the failure, very often we find that the cause is due to an installation problem or a service problem where someone serviced it incorrectly, and that may have led to the failure.
Keurig says it tested this coffee maker and all of the built-in safety features were working. It did not do any testing at Butch's home. And Keurig says it would only do that if your insurance company hired an outside expert. Something to think about so you get the full picture of what sparked your fire. I'm consumer watchdog Jen Strathman, fighting for you.
Imagine getting a shot and shedding unwanted pounds. Liraglutide, or the brand name Saxenda, is now on the market as an injectable weight loss drug for obese patients. It's given as a daily shot, so it's possible that the shot might be the answer to America's growing waistline. Perhaps Not necessarily. Compared to other drugs and weight loss procedures, it's not showing the same results. And if you don't have insurance, it's going to cost you about $1,000 per month.
We are lightening things up just a bit on this Friday as we mark One Hit Wonder Day. This is your favorite holiday of the year, right?
Nice. Yeah.
Songs that became oh so popular for artists who then had no other hits.
How does that happen?
It makes you almost want to ask or sing, "Hey, Mickey, you're so fine."
You're so fun, you book. Tony Basil. How about Who Let the Dogs Out? Who?
I don't know who sings that.
I don't know. I think it's the Baha Men. They let the dogs out. And who could forget this one? Oh, won't you stay? Remember that one? Maurice Williams and the Zodiacs. Remade by whom?
Jackson Brown.
Good
What
one.
about Afternoon Delight?
Afternoon Delight.
That was a good one.
That was
when we
a
were in
good
high
one, too.
school. I've got another one, but I can't do it. It's Radar Love. Remember that one?
Oh,
That's
yeah,
the one-hit
yeah,
wonder.
that's Golden
that
Earring.
Came from a Facebook fan.
Yeah, I
You
love that
could
one.
ring my bell.
Anita Ward.
He's
Call me
good.
Butter because we're on
You
a
still
roll.
have
All
time
right.
to get your favorite one in.
We'll
Let
be
us
right
know.
back.
Hello, Jupiter Tequesta. I need some help with my air conditioning.
Quick, efficient home repair is reason to celebrate.
Yeah, I like it. I love it. I want some more of it. I tried so hard. I can't ride the levee. I don't know what it is about that little gal's loving, but I like it. I love it. I want some more of it.
We're giving away 2 Mazdas, a Mazda 6 on September 13th and a Mazda CX-9 on September 27th. 3 daily entries in September. Play more, be happy. That's how we roll at Isle Casino Pompano Park.
Hi. Hi. Do your dentures come with a guarantee? Oh, no, dentures don't. But this thing did.
I'll be right with you. Okay, let's try something new.
Hi. Do your dentures come with a money-back guarantee? Absolutely. Did you hear that? They already know.
At Aspen Dental, we get you dentures in days. And if you're not completely satisfied, we'll refund your money. Now that's doing dentistry differently. Just call 1-800-ASPEN-DENTAL.
We surprise our customers. People don't expect us to be as great as we are.
I was looking for a one-of-a-kind piece, and I found exactly what I wanted here at True Treasures.
We never get the same item twice. It's always unique items.
I shopped around, and I could not believe the savings that I found here.
You have to come in, you have to see it, you have to experience it.
The furniture is just wow.
And before you pay retail, you have to come into True Treasures to see the value that we offer.
We had such a great experience with Empire, we would recommend it to anyone.
Real customers share their stories about Empire today.
The customer service and the personal touch was really where it's at.
And now with Empire's half-price sale, get half-price carpet, hardwood, tile, vinyl, and laminate, plus half-price installation.
We've had people come in our home and say, wow, this is really beautiful. Where'd you have it done? Empire.
800-588-2300 Empire.
Today. Get your News Channel 5 updates throughout the day on News Radio WJNO.
Hello, Jupiter Tequesta. I need some help with my plumbing.
Quick, efficient home repair is reason to celebrate.
Welcome back. It's 11:39 right now, and need something to do this weekend? All right. Well, you can walk for a good cause. It'll happen at Roger Dean Stadium on Sunday, not Saturday, but on Sunday. The Pediatric Oncology Support Team is hosting a 5K walk and run. The event is titled, How Big is Your Brave 5K? The family-friendly event will have a kids zone, prizes and contests. There will also be a wall that you can leave your words of encouragement there for survivors. If you want to participate, you can register at the website on your screen. Holly?
The Norton Museum of Art in West Palm Beach is opening back up tomorrow. Remember, it closed earlier this month to prepare for a new season. There was some construction going on. The museum will host its 10th annual Mid-Autumn or Moon Festival tomorrow. It's from noon to 5. It marks its reopening and celebrates the Chinese art collection. Some of this year's new exhibits, in fact, include paintings by Georgia O'Keeffe and the U.S. debut of this place, Israel Through Photography's Lens.
You must visit the Norton. Just ahead, are you a pet parent? Then don't go anywhere because we are calling all Fidos and fashionistas. Yep, doggies are in the house and we are showing off some hip fall clothing trends for you and your best friend. Don't go anywhere.
You know, the Military Trail on Okeechobee Boulevard is one of the most dangerous intersections in Palm Beach County. Learn more about other dangerous intersections and staying safe at CerseiLaw.com.
The attorneys of Cersei Denny, a passion for justice.
We'll have you smiling again. Ferber Dental Group.
Tired of loose, uncomfortable dentures? Here's the solution. Using the newest technology, Ferber Dental Group can make you teeth that snap in. You'll eat the foods you love with no need for messy glues. Ferber can do your treatment for far less money with affordable payment plans. So get your life back. Call us today and we'll have you smiling again.
Now open in Boca and Lake Worth.
Welcome back. Big news from Beverly Hills. Celebrity plastic surgeon Dr. Andrew Orden has discovered an anti-aging breakthrough called Fill and Freeze. And he's giving away 1 million bottles free.
I've spent nearly 30 years looking for an effective, instant breakthrough to reduce the appearance of wrinkles that can be applied topically instead of with surgery or invasive medical techniques. And I finally found it with Derm Exclusives Fill and Freeze.
Wow, I'm young again. I don't feel like an old lady. Lines are gone.
Oh my God. Wow. I can't believe it. It looks really good. It gives you a whole new confidence.
It definitely took 10 years off. If I went to a dermatologist here in the city, I would pay $300-400 for this.
I know you're wondering what Derm Exclusive can do for you. Well, you don't have to wonder. You can order it right now and try it for yourself absolutely risk-free. And here's how.
Call now during this special direct-to-consumer offer and you won't pay $120. Today, you can get your own instant results with Fill and Freeze for only $59. But that's not all. Today, we're taking another $20 off, so now you can get this instant wrinkle-removing miracle for the low price of only $39.95. And as part of our 1 million bottle giveaway, Dr. Orden is including a second $60 bottle of Fill and Freeze free. That's nearly $120 of Fill and Freeze for only $39.95. Dr. Orden will even include his MicroPure resurfacing pads, intensive repair serum, and Collagen Lift moisturizer, a $200 value free. Order now and we'll even upgrade your order to express delivery. That's a $15 value free. Plus, you even get to try it risk-free for 30 days with our money-back guarantee. But you must call to order. Call 1-800-399-2119. That's 1-800-399-2119. Order now.
Cell phones and texting cause 1 in every 5 accidents. In the time it takes to text LOL, you could end up DOA. Texting and driving can get you killed. Let's get that message out. The attorneys of Cersei Denny, taking time to care.
So glad you're with us right now. It is National Dog Week. It's also the first week of fall, so why not celebrate both? Joining us this morning, we've got models with 2 legs and 4 legs. How about that? I want to start off with our doggy models, though, and I got to say, they are looking for forever homes. And want to let you know up front, all of these are at the Justin Bartlett Animal Rescue. And we have, first off, Chrissy.
This is Chrissy. She's a Rottweiler mix. She's 2 years old. And she is amazing with children. She would be perfect for a family. She's got a great disposition. She's happy, she's playful, and she'd make a great family dog.
We have Chrissy that we're showing off, but I also have to introduce you, Christina Saltzman, the Palm Beach native son owner. A lot of you are familiar with her, and I know that you're demonstrating some of our fashions, which, let me tell you, Chrissy walks away with an A+ right now. She is just fashionable, a diva, if you will, but we do have a diva coming up, so I better not say that. Better not say that.
Chrissy is dressed by Pucci and Katana, which they're in Harborside up in Jupiter, and you can see she is a perfect Florida dog with her flowers and her lobster lost her leash. And then Victoria is dressed in native sun, a little fall fashion cold shoulder.
Chrissy needs a home, and she is so well behaved. She's been here for almost an hour.
I know, and she's been quiet and kind. And just at this moment, she is putting on a little show for us.
Well, she's a little hungry. I'm with you, Chrissy. My stomach is growling too. Next, we have Chrissy gone, and now we want to bring in Shogun.
This is Shogun.
Yeah, I don't want to call you by your not name, but look at this. I mean, you talk about adorable.
Yeah, so Shogun is a 4-year-old Pekingese. I mean, just from the underbite alone, you should adopt him. I mean, that is enough reason. But he has been snuggled into Maureen's shoulder like this for an hour. He is the perfect lap dog, quiet as can be, kind, sweet, and he is also dressed to the nines.
He is.
With his jeweled
This is probably
leash.
my favorite. Look at
Yeah,
this.
isn't that incredible? And you can't see it because of his fur, but he's got a jeweled collar underneath as well.
Shogun wants a home. Look at that face. Look at that face. He needs a home.
I mean, what more do we need to say, right? With that face alone?
All right, let's bring on our last doggy today, and she is a diva.
This is
Hi,
Jennifer
pretty girl.
with Diva. Diva's got a whole accessory outfit going on. And Diva is a 1-year-old Min Pin mix. And she's a really special dog. She has a little, she's got little bubbles coming out from underneath her mouth there. You can see.
Yes, there she is.
Yeah, so she is also looking for a forever home. She won't get any bigger than this.
Yeah.
So she's perfect if you want a small pet.
Tell our viewers at home, what do they need to do? I have a feeling these dogs aren't going to be sitting long.
No, they're going quick. If we will, if you connect, sorry.
Go ahead.
If you go online at justinbartlett.com, you will find these dogs. They're available for adoption, and they will also probably be at weekend events, so you can find them too.
I have a feeling, though, they may not make it out of the studio.
Right, well, I'm thinking Chrissy's going home with you.
Chrissy, oh, she's adorable. Oh, I would love to take her home with me. Maybe, who knows?
Yeah.
All right, we're back after this. First, let me send it back over to you guys. Thank you guys so much for coming in.
Thank you
Thanks,
for having
Diva.
us.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.
Good morning, everyone. All right, let's take a look at the Jensen Beach camera, and gorgeous out there. And we have some pretty big waves rolling on it, and we have astronomically high tides all the way through the weekend because of the way the sun, the earth, and the moon are going to be lined up as we continue through the weekend. Of course, we also have that total lunar eclipse on Sunday night. It's going to be fantastic. It's also going to be a super moon because the moon will be at its perigee, its closest point to the Earth during its monthly orbit. So let's take a quick look at what is going on right now on the radar. We got a couple little showers popping up right down near Boca here. Just a new one over the past few minutes near Boca Dunes, heading up towards Century Village there, and then moving a little bit more to the north as well. As we move through the afternoon hours, that sea breeze continues to push inland. Our chance for showers and thunderstorms will pick up, especially west of I-95 and Florida's Turnpike. Now, we still have a chance for a little bit of rainfall along the coast, but the higher chances will be the farther inland you go. That will continue through the afternoon hours with a few strong thunderstorms possible. And then as we get into the late evening and overnight tonight, we could again start seeing some showers moving in along the coast. And that's really the pattern straight through the weekend. Morning showers along the coast, maybe an isolated thunderstorm or two. And then during the afternoon hours, both Saturday and Sunday, higher chances for rain farther inland. There's 3:30 tomorrow afternoon. You can see those thunderstorms out around Lake Okeechobee. Let's take it to the tropics, Western Caribbean, an area of developing low pressure. Will move up over the Yucatan Peninsula into the Gulf of Mexico toward the beginning of next week. Could develop a little more as it moves into the Gulf and then eventually up toward Louisiana. It looks like at this point, its impact on us will be minimal. We could see a lot of rainfall along the Gulf Coast states. Out here, we have Tropical Depression Ida, which is still hanging on there, but will probably fall apart over the weekend. At least that's the way it looks in a lot of the computer models. If not, it's just going to stay out here in the central Atlantic and really not bother anybody. But boy, it's been out there a long time just hanging out. So boaters, as I mentioned, very high tides right now because of what's going on with the moon, the sun, and the earth. So high tide coming up just after 6 o'clock this evening. And we've seen some tides about a foot over normal. So that's pretty high, actually. If you have a low-lying dock, See water coming up over top of the dock later on tonight. Temperatures today should reach the upper 80s. Isolated to scattered rainfall possible. Light winds out of the southeast. Most of the rain will be inland through the afternoon. Tomorrow and Sunday and even Monday, very, very similar forecast with highs in the upper 80s and low 90s. And that chance for isolated to scattered rainfall. Could see some drier air start to move in toward the middle of next week. That's a look at your forecast.
Do you hear, Mom, I'm hungry, every day after school? Or does your significant other snoop around the kitchen looking for a little something to hold them over until dinner's ready? If this sounds like your house, you're going to love the twist we added to an old standby. We start by combining some toasted rice cereal, pretzel sticks, peanuts, and cheese crackers. Now we mix together some melted butter, a bit of your favorite steak sauce, and a touch of salt. We give that a quick mix before tossing it with our snack mix. After everything is coated, we spread it onto a baking sheet and pop it into the oven. As with all of our recipes, this one is really flexible. You could use almost any cereal, a different shaped pretzel, and you can certainly mix and match the nuts. No matter the combo, this homemade snack is perfect to keep everyone happy until dinner time. And you could even replace your late night popcorn with it. It's one of those recipes that seems like you don't even need a recipe for, but our combo of everything is awesome. And the fact that the nuts are loaded with protein makes this all the better. So I hope you'll go online and get our recipe for what we call awesome munchies, so you have it on hand whenever you feel a snack attack coming on. I'm Howard with Kelly in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we're get away from me, looking for a crunchier way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
Those two, they're so silly. By the way, we do want to remind you, you can find this recipe and all the others if you're interested in them from the Mr. Food Test Kitchen. Go to our website, WPTV.com/Mr. Food. Hey, John.
All right, Mr. Food's a hard act to follow, but let's give it a shot. It's time for my Friday sports matchups and picks. Tonight's high school lineups are as follows. Number 3, Dwyer going up against Palm Beach Gardens. Number 4, Fort Pierce Central taking on number 10, Wellington High. And Spanish River will be taking on Lake Worth. Let's go to the college ranks for tomorrow. Florida Atlantic University is taking on the Charlotte 49ers. Boy, FAU is due. The Gators will be playing the Tennessee Vols. I'm going with both Florida teams to take the wins tomorrow. Okay, Sunday in the NFL, the Dolphins are playing the Buffalo Bills. And of course, I'm going to go with the Fins to win. They're going to put it all together finally. The Bucs are taking on the Houston Texans, but I'm not thinking that they'll be taking the W at this game. Sorry, Bucs fans. Lastly, the Jaguars got a win last week against my Fins. Man, they got lucky. But this week, they take on Tom Brady and the Patriots. So, as you might imagine, I'm picking the Patriots to win that one, as much as I hate to do that. With or without air in the football, they're pretty good. All right, let me know those are my picks for this week, and let me know what your picks are on my Facebook page for next week. And listen for my picks each Friday right here on Today on 5 at 11.
Bad boy, Faz.
I was going to say, either you're wise or you're way off.
Yeah. Hey, it's already that time of the morning. We're back with some final thoughts in just a moment.
Jessica Alba's beauty salon is open for business.
I feel so fierce.
Next, Rachel.
Today at 12 noon on WPTV News Channel 5.
Recently, 2 children were missing. We broke it in the morning. By the time Today on 5 ended, we had them reuniting with their families.
I actually think that's one of the most amazing parts of this job. You're there for the best and the worst parts of people's lives. It's an incredible honor.
Wake up with Today on 5, weekdays on WPTV News Channel 5.
It's the I-95 Summer RV Show in Port St. Lucie. Save thousands on a new or used RV. Like this new Itasca by Winnebago Spirit, discounted to just $348 per month. The I-95 Summer RV Show going on now at La Mesa RV in Port St. Lucie.
Do you have loose or missing teeth? Do you cover your mouth when you laugh? Appearance Implants of Jupiter can give you the smile you've always wanted. Call now to schedule your free implant consultation. We have helped thousands of people like you feel confident and secure. And with fees this low, you'll have lots to smile about. Why wait any longer to have the smile you've always wanted? Call now to schedule your free implant consultation. Appearance Implants of Jupiter. Quality dentistry at affordable prices.
What do a NASCAR driver, a comedian, and a professional golfer have in common? We talk to our doctors about treatment with Xarelto. Xarelto is proven to treat and help reduce the risk of DVT and PE blood clots.
Xarelto has also been proven to reduce the risk of stroke in people with AFib, not caused by a heart valve problem.
For people with AFib currently well managed on warfarin, there is limited information on how Xarelto and warfarin compare in reducing the risk of stroke.
I tried warfarin before, but the blood testing routine and dietary restrictions had me off my game. Not this time. That was Xarelto.
I'll have another Arnold Palmer. Make mine a Kevin Nealon. Really, Brian?
Hey, safety first.
Like all blood thinners, don't stop taking Xarelto without talking to your doctor, as this may increase your risk of a blood clot or stroke. While taking, you may bruise more easily, and it may take longer for bleeding to stop. Xarelto may increase your risk of bleeding if you take certain medicines. Xarelto can cause serious and, in rare cases, fatal bleeding. Get help right away for unexpected bleeding, unusual bruising, or tingling. If you have had spinal anesthesia while on Xarelto, watch for back pain or any nerve or muscle-related signs or symptoms. Do not take Xarelto if you have an artificial heart valve or abnormal bleeding. Tell your doctor before all planned medical or dental procedures. Before starting Xarelto, tell your doctor about any kidney, liver, or bleeding problems.
Xarelto has been prescribed more than 11 million times in the U.S.
And that number's growing.
Like your guys' scores.
With Xarelto, there is no regular blood monitoring and no known dietary restrictions.
Treatment with Xarelto was the right move for us.
Ask your doctor about Xarelto.
It's the I-95 Summer RV Show. A huge selection of RVs in air-conditioned comfort. Like this new Heartland Landmark Ashland, discounted to just $369 per month. The I-95 Summer RV Show going on now at La Mesa RV in Port St. Lucie.
News on WPTV is sponsored by Stanley Steamer.
Welcome back. 11:56. It's almost time to run, but we want to let you know we're already compiling some extra reasons for you to join us Monday for Today on 5 at 11. In addition to all the day's news and weather, we're going to see how changing your hairstyle just might help you land that next job. A lot of people are sniffling and sneezing these days. So is it a cold or the flu? And how effective is this year's flu vaccine? The doctor will be in. And straight from a scene from an Italian restaurant, our own Glenn Glazer will be donning a chef's hat and trying his hand, you don't want to miss this, at pizza making. That's a nice. You don't want to miss a minute of it. Monday on Today on 5.
Yeah, we want to see him toss that dough and catch it. Here are the 5 things you need to know before you go today. The Lord's Place releasing this photo of their white van. It was stolen this morning. We are told a woman came into the Lord's Place this morning saying she was hungry. The chef had just loaded the van with food for a breakfast, and he also gave her some food. Workers tell us the woman then took the van. The van has the Cafe Joshua logo on both sides, so it's very recognizable. If you do spot it, you're asked to call 911. In a stunning move, House Speaker John Boehner announcing he will step down at the end of October. There's been internal dissension within the GOP, critics questioning his leadership. Boehner took over the speakership in January 2011.
A hearing just wrapped up for Kimberly Lucas. She's the Jupiter woman accused of killing her partner's 2-year-old daughter last year. She was appointed a public defender today after it was revealed that Lucas can no longer afford her attorney. It's unclear how long this change could delay the trial, which was set to begin early next year. The newest iPhones are on store shelves. Did you get one? Many people, like these folks at the Gardens Mall, were only too happy to get up early in order to be among the first to get their hands on the new iPhone. The new iPhone 6S and 6S Plus has an improved camera, new touchscreen technology, and Apple says it has the same capacity as a desktop.
And right now, Pope Francis is visiting the National 9/11 Memorial and Museum in New York City. He is taking part in a multi-religious service inside that facility. Later today, he will take a ride in a motorcade along Central Park West before saying Mass at Madison Square Garden.
And a big event happening in the weather department.
Yes, the total lunar eclipse coming up on Sunday night. The eclipse will begin at about 9:07 p.m. You'll start to see the left side of the moon get a little bit darker. Total eclipse starting at 10:11 p.m. and peaks at 10:47 p.m. The moon will turn a reddish orangish color because the sunlight will be filtering through the Earth's outer atmosphere and then shining on the moon. So that really emits a red color. And then the partial eclipse continues after that until about, almost 12:30 Monday morning. So should be nice, partly cloudy skies for Sunday night. So we should get a pretty good view of that. About a 40% chance for rain through the weekend. Morning showers along the coast, inland showers and thunderstorms each afternoon. Maybe a little drier toward the middle of next week.
Hey, one more
have a great weekend in paradise, everybody.
We do, and I'm sorry to cut you off. One more one-hit wonder. Total eclipse
of the heart.
Also,
come on.
I drew a blank.
No.
Bye-bye.
Today on Rachel Ray. The striking Jessica Alba pulling off 3 stunning personalized makeup makeovers.
I feel so fierce.
Then,
Interesting.
Stacey London, John Gidding, and the Pizza Cousins put these gadgets to the test in an all-new Human Lab.
That's a tickle.
And get fired up for an all-new steak supper.
I know, that's hot, right?
And now, are you ready for Rachel?
Alrighty. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. I'm so thrilled about our first guest today. She really needs no introduction. She is a wildly successful businesswoman and actress and a very busy mom of 2. Please welcome back to our show the very lovely Inside and Out, Jessica Alba. You look glorious as always.
Oh, thank you.
Tan and happy and glowy. So it's the end of summer. What did you do this summer? Did you make any time to have fun?
Yeah, I actually took my kids to Disney World for the first time.
See, now I have heard really great stories about that, and it really is so magical. And I've also heard like, oh my gosh, they put a lot of people in there one time. And so I've heard both sides. I've heard moms say both sides.
And it was in the dead of summer. So it was stinking hot. And then, as if that wasn't enough, we also went to Disneyland about a month later.
No,
and
you double-decker Disney?
We double-deckered because my